Are you ready to dairy-free your mind? This summer, melt away your dairy-free expectations with So Delicious dairy-free frozen desserts. Enjoy mind-blowing flavors like salted caramel cluster, chocolate cookies and cream, cookie dough, and more. For over 35 years, So Delicious has been cranking up the flavor with show-stopping products that are 100% dairy-free, certified vegan by Vegan Action, and are so unbelievably creamy, your taste buds will do a double take. Dairy-free your mind. Visit SoDeliciousDairyFree.com.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
I have no problem with people who mispronounce names because I am guilty of it. I can't do it. I had a word wrong yesterday, Greg. Debacle. Apparently that's not how to pronounce debacle.
Yeah, debacle.
I've been pronouncing it debacle my whole life.
Really?
And I don't consider myself.
Get out of town.
I thought it was debacle. I thought it was almond. I can give you a top 5 words that I've learned through nothing personal that I've been pronouncing wrong my entire life, and no one bothered to tell me.
You have it off the dome?
Almond. Debacle.
A lot of people pronounce it almond.
Yeah.
Just like salmon. It's a very Miami thing.
Yeah. Almond Joy?
Almond Joy.
Really?
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. Debacle is crazy. I've never heard that.
I've never heard debacle.
How?
Wow.
Running the Marlins?
It was always just a debacle, which is why I thought it was going great.
That's funny.
Sovereign.
That one's okay. That's understandable.
I'm recently, and I'm not educated.
You're a smart man.
I feel like I am.
An otherwise smart man.
Sovereign.
Saying debacle.
Sovereign.
David, we have video or sound of you not being great with names.
WNBA president is Nika Ogwumike.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
to your
few
defense,
people
David.
mocking
That's
you
a
for
tough
that one.
Tougher than
Is
debacle.
Nika Ogwumike. Do you know, Izzy, what goes on with Coca every day is in the rundown. I never actually know the spelling of people's names because he does it in what should be a
phonetically.
Phonetically.
That makes it harder for me. I don't know how people just read the phonetically spelled out one and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I spend like 30 seconds on it.
Omiyataka, as an example. So it would be O-H and then M-E-E and then A and then T-A-K-A. And I'm supposed to read it Omiyataka. Nika Ogwumike. Now, is that wrong as I sit here today? So I'm not going to criticize that. How wrong is that, Roy? Just beyond. What is it?
It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know.
He just knows it's wrong.
So I'm willing to go out on a limb and try it, and you'll just stay quiet. That tracks. I'd rather try.
Okay.
Now, Tua is a famous one.
Yeah. How'd you do with that name first time you tried it?
I went Tua.
Okay.
But at Meadowlark, at CBS, at various other places, they didn't want us doing that.
It's tricky because there's an invisible N in there.
Yeah.
Is it Tangavailoa?
Not
Tungavailoa?
Tungavailoa, almost like the tongue. Tungavailoa.
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 Yeah.
We acknowledge it's hard, and we're always looking to make fun of people who miss it, and Trump got it very wrong. And people then used it as confirmation bias, and I was bothered by that. Let's listen to how he bungled this name.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback, who is really he's been fantastic. He's been when he's not injured, he's great. He's got to stay healthy, but he's a great guy.
David, that's the trick. You just got to sing your way through it.
I thought he did great.
Tag Ovalia.
I don't blame Trump for that. I blame the advisor who's supposed to, 10 minutes before he says that, explain to him this is how you pronounce
Well, Greg,
the last name.
here's the thing. He got the little chunk from the advisor of like, hey, when he's healthy, he's good. If he's injured, whatever, he's got an injury history. So he nailed that. The problem is the name,
Tag Ovalia.
I just don't want to make fun of that because we could put a tape together. My guess is our great video team at any time could put a tape together of names that I've butchered, that you've butchered.
Right.
It's part of the business.
No, you're right. I mean, I probably went the first year after he was drafted saying Tagovailoa, but eventually you learn that the way he pronounces it in the Samoan culture is Tagovailoa, and so you adapt. But I, as somebody who has a mispronounced last name, I think it's important to get a name right. I think that's a sign of disrespect or even insulting if somebody gets your name wrong. Now you have a last name, a name that's never ever mispronounced. So I don't think you can relate to that quite as much.
Misspelled.
Yeah, people assume there's a P in it.
So I very much get upset when people put a P in it, especially now that the internet's around.
True. Yes.
So I view mispronunciation and misspelling as two totally different things. Misspellings are inexcusable because you can go online and get the spelling.
Any other takeaways that you have from Trump and his Look Away Avengers Council that he formed for this? Lawrence Taylor, who has stuff, a no contest with a 16-year-old girl. Triple H, who was a part of WWE when Vince McMahon was doing his thing, and it kind of boggles the mind as to how he didn't know something was up. I read that Mariano Rivera is a part of this council as well. He has his name in a lawsuit involving children. So why Harrison Butker, who's just a kicker, that's his only offense, but it's still puzzling. Why does this administration seemingly go out of the way to normalize that kind of stuff, to put it very lightly?
I think what the administration is actually trying to do is put together a group of athletes who are in favor of the administration, and they may not be as hard to find as you think, and then those who are willing to stand up and acknowledge that they're okay being part of the administration. So what you're having is people who support. You can't turn your back on the number of people who voted for Trump. It's not 5 million people. There are 80 million people who agree with what he's doing.
But this is an optics thing. Lawrence Taylor even said, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm just here to help. If that's the bar, you can't find conservative-leaning athletes like Kirk Cousins, for example, that have pretty spotless images, certainly compared to the baggage that I outlined with Triple H, Lawrence Taylor, and Mariano Rivera. You can't? Like, it continues to send a message that stuff like that is okay when you continue to normalize it. And being on a presidential council that is, back in the day, supposed to be something that is bipartisan, you would think that stuff that is in Lawrence Taylor's past would be a disqualifier, just because we're literally parading these people around to make speeches in front of a microphone. Don't you want squeaky clean people?
It seems to me that Trump's priority is having his own vanity glorified, if I'm being honest, in my opinion. And Lawrence Taylor literally said the words, "I'm here to serve you, Mr. President," or words to that effect. So this was a guy who was predisposed to be thrilled to be there, even though he also said, "I'm really not sure why I'm here." It was just a whole cluster.
You can be thrilled to be somewhere and not know why you're there.
Can you?
Just like Joe Biden for 4 years.
You don't find out?
He was thrilled to be there. In his mind, he was there for 15 years, too. There's a little nugget about that you may not know. I totally understand why you're saying this, Mike. I just don't view it as a consideration that Trump was making, nor do I think he has to. You've got a selection of people who may not want to appear on the dais with him. I used to call it dais, but that's the number one on the list.
Okay.
Like if they invited LeBron would not have been part of this council.
He wouldn't have come.
Understood, but there are plenty of athletes like Bryson DeChambeau, who was there, that are known to be conservative leaning, and within one Google search on the first page are implicated in something terrible with children. There's plenty of people that have clean backgrounds that are conservative leanings that I think that you wouldn't have to have this discussion around.
I'm sorry, did you think that there was a qualification for being on this council to have had an issue with children? You're not making that bridge, are you?
No, but I'm saying, why isn't it taken into account, especially everything surrounding the president right now as he moves the most infamous human trafficker to a living human trafficker to a minimum security prison, Club Fed in Texas. I feel like you keep sending these subtle messages, and in Maxwell's case, a not so subtle message that the person that was held up by the right as being a champion against these sort of things turns out to be quite okay with it. We'll reward them with positions in the administration. We'll move you to a minimum security federal prison.
Well, Trump, too, has been rewarded. In the middle of a campaign, he says of neo-Nazis, there are good people on both sides. Nobody seems to care. Or not enough people seem to
They flooded
care.
this. That was during his first administration. We were so far removed from that stuff. And that was his huge first scandal. But now something seemingly happens every day that...
They're not scandals anymore.
No, it's
hyper-normalization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Lawrence Taylor being there was a blip, right? Nobody seems to care.
I don't mind.
It's also a commission for bringing back the presidential physical fitness test. Like, this is a stupid thing.
But
it's a council of stupid people.
I took that very seriously.
Me too.
Seriously.
And I think it went away because not everybody got
the pull-ups were hard. Let's be honest.
Of all the things going on, this is the least serious and important thing going on.
I got like a red patch, which I think was not as good as the navy blue patch. You wanted the navy blue patch.
What about the yellow one? That was bad.
Yeah, you don't want yellow.
Yellow's bad. Yellow's bad, yeah.
I can't believe that I had the hardest time. It was a big thing, and I was a small kid. I couldn't climb the rope, climb a rope, and they'd hang a rope from the ceiling in my elementary school, and there'd be bigger kids who were able to grab it and climb themselves up, and that was always part of the physical fitness test, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I remember those tests as well.
I was very weak. Maybe I'm still weak. Do you guys remember? Izzy, I figure you were great at that stuff.
Who was the president?
I was the third fastest child in my elementary school.
Really?
Yellow.
We used to have races all the time.
Did you have?
It was always actually fourth.
So, Izzy, you participated in the presidential challenge?
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice. Like,
no,
did you
had
have
to.
to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they made you do it.
What are the three faster kids up to nowadays?
One of them got a scholarship to Wyoming and played wide receiver out there. Didn't make it to the league though. And the other two are, just around.
Greg, when you were doing this under Taft's administration, what were the physical challenges that you had to complete?
I remember, and I could be wrong, maybe I'm misassociating this with other stuff in phys ed, but I remember the monkey bar thing where you'd be off the ground doing this and moving forward on a...
No, 100%. Monkey bars, back in the day, was part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you just lose the ability to do that? Like, little kids can do monkey bars so easily, but as an adult,
because they don't weigh anything.
Not even.
That's the whole point.
It's your hands. Your hands get a little weaker, a little bit more fragile.
I found the monkey bar easy because you just use your forward weight. It's a momentum thing, right? Your weight takes you to the next bar.
Did you actually go from one bar to the next? You never had the hand catch up? I was always the catch-up guy.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
I couldn't swing.
Brown's ketchup.
Really?
Who can swing?
I swung.
I highly doubt it. I can
do it now.
Monkey bar.
You can do it now.
A monkey bar is not that difficult.
Chance. If we had what I would give for monkey bars in this studio, there's not one chance you could go from bar 1 to bar 3 with one hand while the other hand is bar 2.
I didn't say I skipped a bar.
Well, that's not skipping a bar.
Bar to bar.
That's well, when you go bar to bar, that means your left hand skips a bar and goes to the next bar while your right hand is
I
at
can
the
do.
middle.
I've done that. Yeah.
You're telling me that I have no love in a room full of hate.
I think that's the standard way to do it, is how he would do it. You do one and then the other, and then you swing.
But David's point is right. You're going 1 to 3 with the same hand.
No, but okay, Greg's confused. Greg thinks that you're saying that he's skipping bars in the middle. What David does is David goes one hand, then the other hand on the same bar, then the other hand,
no, I don't
then
do
the
that.
other hand.
No.
Yeah. I think yours is more of the common form to do it.
I agree, it's more common, but I'm also saying he can't do it now.
Well,
look, there's a lot of things on this show that Greg has claimed he can do. This is the only one I believe.
Why would you believe he can still do the...
Yeah.
1,000%.
Why would you believe that?
Because it's not that hard. And
Yes,
he's only,
it
what,
is.
70 years old?
How many people here do you think could do that?
Well, not you. You
Are we
just said it.
hold
One,
on. Are we
two,
just
not
talking
Roy,
3 bars?
3, 4, 5 of us.
How many bars?
I mean, what's standard? Is it like a dozen?
Let's say
it's about
12.
a dozen.
Yeah,
You think
10 or 12.
You think that 4 out of this group of people can do 12 bars on the monkey bars?
I think 5 out of 7 of us can do it.
I'll come right out and say I cannot do that.
Yes, you were a collegiate pole vaulter.
Yeah, I know, but I live in reality now,
Remember,
and I know me now can't do
You're
that.
not even pulling yourself up that much. You're just
You don't need that much momentum. It's not like they're that far away.
You guys are misremembering what it takes. I go down. They have these bars. It's one of the things that the budgets have done when they didn't do stadium financing is they added like little parks where you can work out.
Yeah.
And so it's public, and so there's hands everywhere. But there are monkey bars right on South Beach.
Yeah.
So we could all go to South Beach, and we could shirtless do the monkey bars. And I'm telling you
Now
now,
you're talking.
that Izzy, in my opinion, with Mike and Tony as a possible 2 and 3, that's it.
The Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is sponsored by Liquid IV. All right, so I'm trying to soak up the last little bits of summer while raising a 6-month-old baby. Let me tell you, being a dad to a baby that loves waking up around 3 o'clock in the morning every single day is exhausting. And I find myself in the middle of the night parched, like, but I found the trick. It's Liquid IV. Oh, guys, this is a pro's pro move right here. You ready? What I do is I take Liquid IV stick, 16 ounces of water, mix it together. More on that in a second. Put that by my bedside. Little cube of ice inside. Then, 3 in the morning diaper change. Guess what daddy's got? An ice cold Liquid IV. And I'm very excited about this new flavor, Liquid IV's Orange Vanilla Dream. 1 stick, 16 ounces of water gives you 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks, plus 8 essential vitamins, all including the B's, which I'm pretty sure help me keep going through late nights. It's powered by HydroScience, which sounds fancy, but it basically means better hydration when you need it most. Tear Pour, Live More. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code DAN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code DAN at liquidiv.com.
Hey, it's Jeremy here. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm not quite someone who loves confrontation or fighting. I don't really want to end up in a situation where I need to do so. For me, Simply Safe becomes the way I want to protect my home. Because not only is there like the personal peace of mind of knowing that my security is preventative, it's not just an alarm after an event. I want to make sure that my wife is okay, that my cats are okay, that everything I have in my home is okay, and knowing that I have to deal with like the stress or the violation of someone potentially breaking into my home and reacting to it versus having the control and safety of proactive prevention is huge for me. Most security systems only react after a break-in. Simply Safe helps stop it before that happens. Their new Active Guard outdoor protection uses AI cameras and live agents to spot suspicious activity, speak to intruders, turn on lights, and call the cops before anything goes down. Simply Safe is offering Le Batard Show listeners 50% off a new system with professional monitoring. Plus, your first month is free. Visit simplysafe.com/DLB to claim the offer. That's simplysafe.com/DLB. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan. Happy summertime, everybody. Summer is fantastic. A lot of outdoor activities, a lot of concerts, a couple of championship parades if you're lucky enough, a lot of big-time movies. Maybe you're going to a happy hour before you see a big summer blockbuster with your friends. Why don't you order a Miller Lite at the bar? Whether it's via draft, glass bottle, or that beautiful white can, or the cool special edition 50th anniversary gold cans, making any time this summer a Miller time is always a great idea. You want to make a summer memory that lasts forever? Well, crack open a Miller Lite. You know why? Because since 1975, Miller Lite has been the go-to way to stock your cooler to celebrate those incredible summer moments. This year marks 50 years of Miller time, 50 great years of taste, 50 great years of celebrating with great friends and making unforgettable memories. Brewed for flavor, with simple ingredients like malted barley, it delivers that rich, balanced toffee note flavor and golden color that just hits different. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Dan Le Batard.
Tatas.
Stugotz.
Tatas.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I think all of us can do 12.
I'm telling you now that I
12
can't.
what, consecutive?
12 in a row, just like 12, a dozen monkey bar handle.
You know what the issue is for me is that I've always been so long that my feet drag
And you're
on the
heavy.
bottom, and I can't exactly. And I'm
You're a
heavy.
big guy.
Yeah, I am. It's
then
hard.
that's-
It's
then
easier
you're
when
out.
you're lighter to be able to do the monkey bars.
That's
the same way with pull-ups.
That's why like American Ninja Warrior is so hard. You look at these guys and you're like, oh my god, this guy's like a 6'4" Adonis. This person's gonna be like great at this, and then they get, and it's like, oh no, you have to have all of your weight on like your 4 fingers. You can't do it.
That's quite the leap. Monkey bars to American Ninja Warrior.
it's the same-
like
it's the same
on the,
Let me
it's
just
on the
tell-
road.
look, Greg knows this, right? On the first one, Greg, you just let the weight take you, and then
Yes.
just start the momentum. You just got to grab the bar and don't be afraid.
It's
Let
a
your
rhythm-
weight continue
yeah.
to take you. Exactly.
It's a rhythmic thing.
What's my motivation? What's underneath
To
me?
not
If
fall.
Piranhas.
Okay, but is it fire? Is it lava?
Sand.
Sand.
Sand in
I
your
do
shoes,
2.
yeah.
I could do 2, and then I'm down. I'm in the sand. I don't know. My shoes
What
are
if it's
sand.
a piranha, lake full of piranhas?
Then we're talking. If I have the proper motivation to not
Wild
die, I
dogs
could do
underneath
better.
you.
Yeah.
Snapping
laser
alligators.
beams.
Well,
Hey, that's a good one, Greg.
I mean, I could pull the old Peter Pan and run across the tops of the alligators. You know what I mean?
He did
That's
get you
fair.
there.
That's
you got a
fair.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good point, Billy.
Same
Thank
outfit,
you.
too, right?
I miss those challenges.
Why would
I
Peter
really
Pan do that?
I think it was Captain Hook or Shmee that did it. I don't think Peter Pan actually
He's got
did.
the power of flight. Why would he even
I think it was
trifle with
Shmee.
that?
I think
Well,
it was Shmee.
Captain Hook, Captain Hook notoriously lost a battle with a crocodile alligator.
Captain Hook was very good at like
Sorry, he lost his hand.
at balancing between the two jaws that were trying to close on him.
That's right.
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
If I was on Captain Hook's boat and I see a captain that lost a battle with an alligator, I think I'd try him. I think I'd say,
But he's got a hook,
this is
though.
my
He's
ship.
got that hook. You gotta watch it.
I think I'd give it a go. I think I'd see what we could do here. You know,
Tell you.
pirate life, not for me. I'll just say that right now. I don't think I'd be a good pirate. So if I'm going to be a pirate and I know that I'm going to be living with, like famine and scurvy and whatever, I want to be the Captain Scurvy is what I want to be called. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like some underling on some pirate ship getting scurvy. I'd go try this captain. And if I die, I die. But it's better than living a life full of scurvy and servitude, you know?
He's right.
Yeah, but you get to the other side and you get the treasure. The whole purpose of being the pirate
Get the
scurvy
booty.
is that you get what you steal.
Oh,
You
they're
get
gonna
a piece
share?
of it.
They're gonna
They
share
didn't
that?
get
You get a
that.
share.
Not a good share.
It's a small share. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. You always want to be the boss. Boss gets the most share.
Oh, I
think
know.
out of everything, you guys
Don't we know
that.
it?
Captain Hook would also be a good addition to the presidential council. Not just because he's ideologically aligned, but that dude hates kids.
Yeah.
On the balance of things, you could be like, okay, well, these guys are the guy that quit, but Captain Hook hates kids.
I don't like kids either, but that doesn't mean I have an issue with them in terms of what you're describing. I have
Clarify that. You don't like kids, but you don't have an issue with them. What do you mean?
Well, what Mike had been
a dad.
describing are legal issues that people had with kids.
Oh.
Zagak.
I don't have that.
Okay.
I just generally don't enjoy kids. I had a kid at my house this weekend, and I had to leave.
You left
Left
your
your
house? You left the kid alone in your house?
No, the kid had parents.
Okay, good.
Parents came with the kid, and that was not allowed because there's no pets, no kids allowed at my house. And they showed up with the kid.
How'd this happen?
He's got like a rule book. It's like no pets, no kids.
I know,
you
but
can't touch this.
Why
or that.
Why was there a kid in your house?
There was some issue that all of a sudden, no babysitter, no this, no that. There's a kid there.
What's the age limit on that rule of yours?
Bar mitzvah.
Oh, so
Do you
they can
fine
be 14.
your friends?
Yeah.
They can be 14. Okay.
14's not a kid.
Oh,
To me it
boy.
is.
That's no.
No, you're
Nope.
responsible at 14 to not touch stuff.
Really?
Have you been 14?
I have, and I've had 14. I've had 3 14-year-olds. They're messy,
No.
but they're responsible.
Okay.
Aren't you worried about the mess though, or is that something you can clean so you're not too worried about it?
I came to Florida. That's how
So
upset
you
I
just
was.
abandoned your house?
I
Is
left.
the kid still there?
Yes.
Eminent domain?
No.
Squatter?
You lose
need
your house
years
now?
For that.
Oh.
No, years.
I don't know. They changed
Eminent
the
domain
laws.
is when you eminent domain. If you guys want to do that in your own homes, if you own, you can put a fence. And it's not really eminent domain. It's called adverse possession. But you can put a fence not on your property line. And if your neighbor doesn't say anything, after a period of years, you've adversely possessed that property. You can then go to the town and you can redraw your property, and that land is yours.
What if you live in a condo?
Little known
Sure,
fact.
go to like the
Your own
living
house.
room of the next person?
Wait, I could put a fence around my neighbor's house?
You can put a fence around more than your property. Fence in your property that's larger than your property. If the owner of the other property does not say anything and it goes on for a period of years, then you've adversely possessed that land and it becomes your land.
But it has to be connected to my land. Like I
Yeah,
can't
you
just
can't
go
just walk to it.
the
No.
beach and like make a sandcastle. Like this is my beach now.
If you lived there and you put a environment around it, You could, not if it's federally owned or state owned, but if it's somebody else's property, you'd then possess it.
I don't
Really?
like that.
And you think that would withstand a legal challenge?
That's the whole point of that's what ever's possession is.
Wow.
So that's the legal concept.
So what if you get home and there's just like boogers everywhere? This kid just like made his own booger fence around your house. Like, what are you going to do? I know that you ran away just with the
Those
kid
can
being
get
in the
washed
house.
away. It has to be a permanent structure that shows the delineation of the property.
I meant more so like this little child has done such foul things in your home that you don't want to get back into your home, and you've been away so long that then the child claims the home to be his or hers.
It would not happen in my situation. I appreciate what you're trying to protect
worried.
against.
Yeah.
This one was just more like I had a written list of rules. What rooms you can go into, what rooms you can't, what you can touch, what you can't. And I swallowed hard, and I went to my room a lot, and I closed the door, and I put headphones on quite a bit.
Does the kid get those rules?
Sounds like you were grounded in your own house.
But I don't mind being in my room. I was totally fine. I've got everything I need.
Do you think about now, like, inviting these people over again? Like, how has this impacted this friendship?
We had a conversation.
Did you?
Yeah, of course.
Did you bring it up? You say we have to talk.
You can't just bring. That's when you get invited to a house with your friend. Do you show up with another couple? If you get invited,
I don't know what kind of party
no, definitely not. Just the people that were invited. But I'd like to know how that conversation went, because at some point you definitely insulted their kid. No,
the kid's super cute. I just said this isn't a house for kids, and I didn't know you were bringing a kid.
And they were okay with that.
They were like, "Oh, I totally understand that."
They were just saying that.
I wasn't rude.
It sounds less like they're friends and more you're just renting out your place.
I would never. Well, you know me better. I would never rent out my place.
I think next time you invite these people over, you have to leave out like knives and stuff, and just like make sure that it's very not kid friendly.
It's not a kid friendly house.
Yeah, I would imagine.
At all.
What if the kid being brought into or walking into your house is 2 weeks until his bar mitzvah? Like he's almost there, but not quite.
Then I have to do a behavioral evaluation.
Yeah. Okay.
Before the kid comes over?
A background
Did you know the kid was coming, or they surprised you with the kid?
It was basically a surprise. Which was suboptimal.
Does that kid get the PDF of your rules? Or do the parents get the PDF and then they look at it and then they delineate
Parents
to the kid?
do,
Yeah.
but I did take the kid on a tour to show what you can touch, what you can't touch.
Wow.
What
What's
room
something
you
that he
can go
can't touch?
in. The World Series trophy.
Do you have a printed out list, or you have like a QR code when you walk in that you scan, and then people's like the
I don't
COVID
know how to
menus?
do a QR code.
Oh, we can show you.
Coca does that a lot. I don't
Yeah?
know how to do it. And are they ever going to run out of unique QR codes, or is it infinity?
It's infinite.
It is infinity? I don't think anything's infinity, but I guess QR codes are. It's like snowflakes.
They all look alike too.
But they're all
QR
the
codes.
dashes
I know,
are a little
it's
different,
crazy.
I guess.
It's insane.
It's weird that Major League Baseball is now doing a diamond instead of the actual square. They flipped it. They inverted it. I saw it on a commercial.
That's smart. Did you see it as part of the Speedway game?
No, it's just a commercial on MLB Network.
Have you ever planned something that you want to go so well, and then it just rains and everything gets ruined?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about the Speedway game because it was on. I wanted to see Bristol Motor Speedway and the baseball game attached to it. And I thought it was just one game. It was on. I left my TV on at night, and the next day I turned on Fox, and they were still playing.
Same game. It got suspended.
It got suspended. So I saw a lot of David Ortiz going out and serving people beers and whatnot. And then I read an article later in the evening that people were describing this as Major League Baseball's Fire Fest. So what happened?
Isn't that terrible? Apparently, can you imagine running a facility and running out of hot dogs? I mean, you have to be a total jackass to do that. Nobody does that.
Yeah, right.
They don't. And then you look at that. Not one.
What year? What year was that? What opening day was that?
I believe that was 2002.
It felt like all of
my
them.
first ever opening day in Florida.
It's crazy how like
there was zero.
Were you running to Publix, like buying a shopping cart full of hot dogs, bringing it back to the stadium?
They were there. We just were reallocating hot dogs for the following day, trying to get them back on the ground.
What? You were just withholding hot dogs so
No.
you have enough for the next day?
So the way it works is you have an idea of the crowd, and then you allocate a certain amount of food and buns and popcorn and everything else, peanuts, bags of peanuts, and that is what is used for that day. And if it runs out, you have a problem because you haven't prepped the other food. You haven't made the popcorn. Popcorn comes delivered in a huge baggie to the stadium.
How is it that there so often seem to be like issues, especially like opening day? It always seems like the lines at concessions are way too long, And sporting events are a thing where you have sold tickets, and I would imagine the walk-up is not that great. So how is it that there always seems to be staffing issues where there's things closed, or maybe it's new staff and they're not as prepared?
Training, Billy.
Yeah?
It's the training. So think about it. If we only open a concession stand on the upper deck 3 times a year, the people who are manning those concession stands aren't properly trained. They don't have the reps. It's like someone coming in here and doing a show once every, 4 months. They're not going to be as sharp as if they're doing it every day. And so, therefore, the lines, it's just not as quick.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone that's constantly adding stuff to different carts on random websites. Like there's a teal Marlins hat that's been calling to me for like 2.5 years that I'm constantly getting advertisements for. Is something eventually I'll purchase because I keep those things in the cart. Then I see it, that beautiful glowing purple Shop Pay button. Boom, checkout's done. I don't even have to get up and find my wallet. That, my friends, is Shopify magic. That little purple button means that the store is powered by Shopify, which doesn't just make it easy to buy, but ridiculously easy to start and run your own business too. Whether you're a giant like Mattel or Gymshark or, just launching something weird from your garage, Shopify has your back. Let's be real, if we can run a show with this much chaos, you can run a business with Shopify. With hundreds of beautiful templates, tools for payments, inventory, analytics, marketing, it goes on, and it's all in one place. And yes, that purple button, that's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Batard. Go to shopify.com/Batard. Shopify.com/Batard.
The Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is sponsored by BetterHelp. You ever go online looking for mental health advice? Suddenly I'm knee-deep in cold plunges and morning routines and some guy yelling at me to wake up at 4 a.m. and conquer the day. It's overwhelming. The internet's basically one Wild Willy Wednesday, but it's every day. Chaos, vibes, no clear answers. That's why therapy helps. A real licensed therapist can cut through all the noise and help you figure out what works for you when you're working through something big or just setting boundaries, so you don't lose it in group texts. BetterHelp makes it easy. It's the world's largest online therapy platform with over 30,000 therapists and more than 5 million people who've tried it. All online, super convenient, and you can switch therapists at any time if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp has a 4.9 star rating from over 1.7 million reviews. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/DLB. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DLB.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Dan Le Batard.
You owe me everything. You owe me everything. You have added 10 years to my career. Yes, I have. This man has. You haven't. That man. Who the hell are you?
Stugotz.
I am. Who the hell are should be you? Thanking bullshit. Me. You're a rude young man. You're a fool. You're a fool. I already called you a fool. Right, you can't call me a fool. You're an idiot again. It's a fool. You're an idiot twice. You're an idiot for dismissing how much I've helped you.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
As a former retail employee and cashier,
you were great, by the way. I've heard.
Thanks. As a former cashier in retail, I do kind of both like and hate the self-checkout, because the self-checkout at like a Target or whatever you should be quick, right? And you're doing it yourself, just scan, just get out of there. The number of people that struggle at self-checkout seems crazy to me. Like, I can't understand the difficulty that so many people seem to have with self-checkout. But as someone who, again, did that in earlier part of my life, I do kind of sit back and smile at the people who are struggling, because those people often were quite condescending, like, oh, anyone can do this. It's like, nope, you can't. Like, you can't figure out how to scan 4 items at Target. You have to call someone over. You're holding up this entire line.
It's not the easiest thing in the world.
It's super easy.
Sometimes, like,
take the bars, put it on the thing, and go. Yeah. Also, I don't need you to have 77 things in your cart. If you've got 800 things in your cart, don't use the self-checkout.
I was in an express lane.
Go use somebody else that is a human to do it for you.
2 days ago with 1 item, and the person in front of me had way more than 10. I didn't say anything.
Is it items, or if you buy 6 peanut butters, is that one
That's
item?
6 items.
That's every time you got to scan
the same one
6
times.
quantity.
This is a Dan thinking that he does. Or it's basically like, if I have a million of the same thing, I'm Dan Levitard.
It's a ruling class thing.
But
That
Billy
is-
and Tony, actually, the produce. When you've got produce and it doesn't have something
the
to
produce.
scan,
Sure,
you got to
go
like
find item, and then you know exactly what it is.
Avocado.
Onion,
But how do
is
I,
it a red
do I
onion?
remember if
Is it
this
a
is an
yellow
organic
onion?
yellow onion or
By
just
the
a sweet
pound.
yellow
Buy
onion? I
the
don't know.
organic and then charge yourself for the non-organic.
Figure it out.
That's
Put it on a scale.
Insane.
My
I
friend
hate
does that, not me.
What am I, weighing a pound of grapes? What am I doing? I hate the self-checkout. It's really something that should be banned from American retail and global retail, for that matter.
Because you want the people to have jobs.
Yes. That's
Nah,
right. I
Greg-
look
I
out
don't
for the
think that's
common
right.
man.
Greg looks like someone that wants to just talk to a Dolores, at a checkout.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just, Dolores, how's it
Right.
going? See how that
Exactly.
date's
Have you guys
going.
ever been to those
Because it
like
says Dolores. It's
Exactly
great.
right.
You're a union guy.
clothing
I am a
stores
union guy.
where you can just throw everything in a basket and it just rings it up for you? You don't even have to scan
have at
anything.
the
You just
airport.
put it in a box, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's your total.
I've never heard of that.
You should invent that, Izzy.
Yeah, I saw it in London. I checked out in one of those things in London at a Zara, just
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
regular
say,
old.
that's a Zara
Zara
move.
has
It's a
that.
Zara
Yeah.
move. Okay.
You put it on the table and it knows exactly what even if it's bundled up, they still know.
Yeah, how?
Wow.
What is that technology? How do they do that?
We should ask Zara.
AI
Infrared
or something?
scans is the only thing I can think of, is that they're scanning the tags. Everyone thing has a tag. And the reason why I don't like self-checkout is not because I'm old. It's because of what Tony said. I have a hard time separating which item is which. And so I don't want to lie about organic versus not organic, or weigh something wrong, or make any mistakes. So I always wait to check out with a real person, because that's always an option.
It is, and I prefer that.
But you can do it. Just wait on that line.
I know. Yeah,
But if you got like 2 things, Greg, like you go to Publix, you get a pub sub, you get a bag of chips and a drink, and all of a sudden, like, I don't need to sit in line waiting for somebody who just did a month's worth of groceries, and I have to sit behind them. Boom, scan it.
You don't have to. You go to the express lane.
Yeah, I enjoy sitting in line.
They've gotten rid of the express lanes in Publix's. They've moved in with the self checkout and taken out express lanes.
I only don't enjoy the line if the people are using, coupons and other than paying with a check. Things like that.
There's
drive me
no
nuts.
way people pay with a check anymore.
Yes. I was behind a check payer in Publix.
No way.
A month ago, less than a month ago.
Customer service for that, man.
Tell her, not me.
Did the cashier be like, all right, what do you want me to do with this?
A lady's trying to get a coupon through that had just expired. Okay, it's for like 15 cents off something. I'm like, I want to pay this 15 cents so that we can move along the line.
Did you?
The checkout young lady said
Cashier.
I couldn't. Whatever.
Really?
But
You asked the cashier, I'd like to pay for the 15 cents?
If you won't take that coupon, I will pay the 15 cents. If I
move
had,
it along.
I don't have change. Otherwise, I'm giving her a nickel and a dime just to get rid of her.
What's your limit? How far would you have gone with
buck
that?
and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Depends on what hurry I'm in.
All right.
I've done that. I
Yeah, you
admit
have.
it.
Have you really?
I've paid for
Yes.
something for a person in front of me online when I thought that there was a possibility of a multi-minute delay.
Right.
And I didn't find the juice worth the squeeze for whatever it was. I've done it at restaurants. I've done it at stores.
Really?
When someone is out buying, if I've got a huge thing and I'm in a rush. So if I've been instructed by my wife to bring back eggs and to bring back something that we forgot for the kids, and I had to go grocery shopping with a list, and then there's someone in front of me who's fumbling and bumbling, and I've got a kid who needs to eat, that was an example of the time that I would always do that, where I would buy the groceries. Hey, I'll take care of that, no problem.
Yeah.
And then it just adds to mine. They take their groceries and they get to leave.
Perfect. And did they show appropriate gratitude?
Didn't care. I don't
Really?
do it. I don't do it for the gratitude. I do it for the time
But
savings.
you want to thank you.
I don't need it.
Really? See, if I do that and I don't get a thank you, I'm following that guy out to the parking lot, saying, "What's the matter with you? I just paid for your groceries. I don't get a wink and a nod. What's going on?"
I don't need a wink or a nod.
Yeah, I'll
I don't
scratch
want
his
it.
car as he's driving away.
That kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Well put, Tony.
Are you like a bunny boiler?
I don't know what that means.
You boil bunnies like Glenn Close?
You've never heard of a bunny boiler?
No, what does that mean?
I'm feeling very old.
Fatal Attraction?
I've never heard the phrase bunny boiler, but I knew what you meant when you said it.
A bunny boiler is it started with Glenn Close was a bunny boiler, meaning you got to be careful who you have an affair with, because if you do it with someone who boils Ann Archer's bunny, you've chosen the wrong girl. That's Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
But it refers to now, in what I thought was common parlance, when somebody who will do something that's a little cuckoo. That's a bunny boiler.
Okay, I had never heard that phrase before today.
Scratching someone's car is cuckoo.
I was kidding. I would never scratch someone's car.
Well, you just said you would.
Well, that was for dramatic effect.
Push a cart into the car.
Well, that I won't do. Yeah, accidentally.
Greg, you said earlier a while ago that I think it was Billy Corbin is your mortal enemy. Do you have a number of mortal enemies? Because I know that you and Hyde don't get along, and it seems like
why do you always say that?
Bricker's a mortal enemy.
Yeah, Bricker was a problem.
Bricker was
Dominique Foxworth.
That's my mortal enemy.
He used to be, but now we're besties.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Dominique and I are besties now.
Oh, good job.
So only one. You're down to one mortal enemy then. Corbin.
Mostly on his side. I could give a shit about him. Bricker back in the day. Dave Hyde has never been my mortal enemy.
Zaslow was a bit of a mortal enemy with you.
Yeah.
He used to be. We're softening a little bit.
I heard on a Greg Cody Show episode that Hulk Hogan was one of your mortal enemies.
There was an episode that made me, not lament his passing as much as I otherwise would have. But
What did he do to you?
I mean, I was in his company once in a work setting, and I asked for a minute of his time, and when you say, hey, can I have a minute? It's
never just a minute.
It's
That's
never
the
just a
problem.
minute, but also it implies, hey, can I get you off the side, just you and I, just alone for 1 or 2 minutes? And he just completely blew me off. And so, when you do that, you're welcome to, but I give up on you.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Did he call you brother or no?
I don't recall. This was many years ago.
What is a mortal enemy? What does that literally
Enemy
mean?
to the
You
death.
kill that person?
Yeah, to the death.
Yeah, I think that
But
does
that
mean
mean that means you'll be the enemy until you die or they die.
Until somebody dies.
Until somebody is dead.
Till death do us part.
So
Right.
I always thought that a mortal enemy was an adjective for a really bad enemy.
It sounds like
That's the way I use it.
It's a time issue, though. It's not a how bad an enemy are we.
It's also arch enemy. Don't ask me the difference.
No,
Dan's
I
on
think
vacation.
that Greg has different arch enemies and moral enemies.
Mortal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hyde's never been one. So.
No.
No.
Arch enemy?
Is that
No.
Arch rival?
He's a friendly rival. What are you
A
talking
frenemy.
Frenemy.
He's a frenemy.
Whatever.
That is what Dan does, Dan.
I'm so upset
In
right
fact,
now.
you miss an opportunity to say, are we still making Dolores's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan. In honor of Dan.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. But what's wrong with
Dolores?
wanting to know the difference between arch and mortal? Is it
true.
arc?
It's
I do
arch.
that one wrong too.
Yeah.
No, it's arch.
I thought it was an arc enemy.
No. Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark enemy.
ARCH, the St. Louis Arc.
Arc Manning.
Is it the St. Louis Arch?
It's the Arch.
It's Arch.
Arch Manning. Ark
I think
Manning.
it's Arc.
No, it isn't.
No.
Famously not.
It's a boat.
Noah's Ark.
Do you
with a
think
K.
they called
the
the
commandments.
McDonald's the Golden Arcs?
The Golden Arc.
McDonald. That's
Hold on.
McDonald's.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're all talking at once.
Golden Arch
Golden
sounds
Arcs.
like Maction if I've ever heard it.
The Golden Arches. Arches.
Right.
The
Yeah,
Golden
more than
Arches.
one.
They've
Yeah.
got the golden arches. We've got the golden arcs.
Right.
Okay.
By the way,
Our buns have no seeds.
when you ran out of hot dogs on opening day, did you consider that a debacle?
A debacle.
Yeah, it sure was.
It was so
Yeah.
bad. We didn't
It
actually
sure
run out of
was.
hot dogs. It was you and the media who was promulgating such mistruths, which made, because you were so despondent. Oh, these guys from Montreal, they're so cheap.
Mistruths.
Mistruths.
Oh, I thought you mispronounced mistrust.
You did run out.
Did we run pro player? I'm just going to ask for the final time. Did the Marlins run pro player?
I don't know what that means. What do you mean by
What, concessions?
Yes. Were we in charge of concessions?
The
that?
Dolphins,
It
isn't
doesn't
it?
matter. You're the Marlins. I'm going to a Marlins game. I want to buy a hot dog in the 6th inning. You can't sell it to me.
The Dolphins were in charge. And you never blamed the Dolphins.
With all due respect, David, if I go to a Marlins game and they're playing a baseball game and I go to concessions and there are no hot dogs, I'm not going to say, damn it, Dolphins.
Thank you.
What if you go to a friend's house and they're renting and the air conditioning doesn't work? Are you mad at the friends?
Yes.
Or are you mad at the landlord?
I'm mad at the friends.
I don't think that's anywhere near the same thing.
I do.
I do too.
Sometimes you have to be mad at the boss, at the owner, and not the renter.
So the Marlins were not responsible for making sure there were enough.
We
hot
had
dogs.
no firing. We had no control over anything. We just said, hey, we're going to have 30,000 people. Get on it. It's like the Bristol Speedway. They knew they'd have 90,000 people. Why'd they run out of
So
food?
who's at fault? Name that name. Who with the Dolphins at that time was at fault?
Bruce Schulze.
Get him on the phone.
By the way, I've known him forever.
Yeah.
And he ran it, and they ran out of hot dogs. It wasn't me.
Okay.
Bruce, you're out there. You listen to this show. He used to. I don't know if he still does. There's been some sort of dilapidation of audience, which is now coming back, and I don't know where Bruce falls on that scale.
Okay.
But he's no longer with the Dolphins.
What's Schulze up to?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Is that a name that none of you have ever heard?
No, I'd never heard of it.
No.
Yeah, he was a big-time, Tony, you're too young, but he was a big-time guy in the early 2000s with the Dolphins, back when they were winning playoff games.
Yeah, that is a long time ago.
It's so long
Quarter
ago
of
that
a
no one was
century
born.
ago.
I promised I wouldn't get down to that, even though it did come up yesterday at Marlins games, because what I do to fans is sometimes I talk about, hey, we're better than the Dolphins, aren't we? Because that was always a thing that was told to me when I moved to Miami, that the Dolphins are number one. You'll never catch them. The Marlins have been way more successful than the Dolphins since I got here. And it's not even close.
Dave, what's the DPP on when you go to a game? Dog per person. What do you guys staff as far as
good question.
DPP?
How many people? How many concession?
How many
workers?
dogs per person? Yeah.
How many they're going to eat?
No, just how? Because you're saying we've got 20,000 people to go into the game today. What's the DPP?
How many DPP?
Oh, you only need to prepare like 5,000 hot dogs.
Really? So
Yeah.
it's not even one DPP.
No, who's gonna? You think everyone's eating a hot dog?
Well, that's before the 9-9 challenge.
More than a beer, though. People do
DPP.
a lot of drinking, especially in Florida. A lot of beer, not a lot of dogs. That's why we did Bark in the Park, actually, because we wanted more dogs.
DPPs.
People don't eat, and we didn't run out.
Hey friends, it's Bear here, and I'm here to tell you all about Boost Mobile, which is now a legit nationwide 5G network. So I must take a break from the jokes here for a second and put on my serious voice, because I would never ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There is nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. The Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds, not available in all areas.